What's that word? What's that word? Y'all talk to me. I talk to y'all. Boom. I'm like, fuck it. Chilling watching YouTube. I'm like, why not make a reaction video? Why not? So right here, I mean, we got slow death of GTA only. The only reason I'm reacting to this right now is because I'm thinking about GTA. And then while I'm thinking about GTA 6 and the hype about GTA 6, I'm like, damn, what happened to Saints Row? Like, I dare used to fuck with Saints Row. Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3. Yo, Saints Row 3 used to be my shit, bro. Saints Row, I feel like that shit fell off once they started adding the superpower shits and all that. I think that was what Saints Row. That's when you were president and shit like that. Which one is it? The one you were president? One of them shits. You had superpowers and all type of extra shit. When they started doing all that, I think they killed their game. But I'm not going. And then that newer Saints Row that just dropped like 2 3 years ago, that shit look bun. I ain't even play that. But I'm not gonna lie though, I do miss Saints Row. I might fuck around and download that shit again and play Saints Row. Saints Row 3 is my favorite Saints Row. I love that Saints Row. I used to play that shit like endlessly, bro. That's probably the best Saints Row to ever drop. Enough with that. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what this kind of. Oh no, I'm intrigued.
Rockstar almost had a rival. They should have one right now, actually. I've never seen a company with so much promise, make so many stupid decisions, and still get so many second chances, all the while refusing
Facts.
to learn
Yo, I'm
anything.
not gonna lie. They definitely got a lot of chances, bro. It's not like niggas wasn't fucking with, bro. Like people was fucking with Saints Row at a point in time. Saints Row used to be lit. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you know, you know. So I'm just confused on how this shit really. Yeah, I guess.
From their mistakes, or listen to their fans at all. In this video, I'm going to tell the story of how Volition went from a company with so much promise to having their own fans celebrate when they got shut down. Some of you might not even know who Volition are. You're probably better off that way. Or actually who they were, because last year the company was finally shut down. In 2008, when GTA 4 came out, a lot of people disliked the game's more serious, gritty atmosphere, compared to San Andreas, which up until that point was the most wacky entry in the series. A lot of people wanted to go back to a more video gamey type of GTA. Rockstar had left a gap in the market, and here was the perfect game right on time to
Yo,
fill that
GTA
gap.
4.
GTA 4 wanted
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. GTA 4 was ahead of its time, bro. Like GTA 4 was probably the best GTA out. So like, I still feel like GTA 4 is the best GTA. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'ma say GTA 4, San Andreas, and then GTA 5, bro. I don't care what no, but that's my top three right there, bro. That's my top three.
to be realistic, to make the player feel like they're running around in the real New York City as a miserable guy.
And
Saints Row
mainly
2 was
because
happy just
GTA
to be a
4 is in New York, bro. Like I feel like I'm in the home when I'm playing GTA 4. And I feel like people who's from California can say the same thing about San Andreas and GTA 5. And people who's from Miami can say the same thing about fucking I'll just say Florida in general. Can say the same thing about GTA Vice City and Liberty Story. No, I said Liberty Story. Vice City Stories and Vice City. Yeah, it was those two. And GTA 6 supposedly supposed to be in or Florida, so let's see.
game though. Yeah, I'll join your gang and kill people with you, but only if you can do a really cool jump. In Saints Row 2, the main character can throw people off bridges. In GTA 4 though, the main character wants to throw himself off a bridge. I always thought they were both fantastic games, but for some reason people online have never been able to like two things at once. At the time there was a huge rivalry between the fans of each game. A good thing about Saints Row being dead for the last 10 years is that nobody bothers to go back to old trailers the way they do with, GTA 4. So all those comments from 14, 16 years ago are still right there under Saints Row 2 videos. Some of them are quite funny. Imagine your
DJ
second game in the
no comment
series
Saints
and
Row
you're
videos and
already
bro
being
DJ so
compared with Rockstar and stealing their fans away. That is an amazing start to a series. Volition even made a trailer to try and cater to the fans who thought that GTA had gotten a bit too serious.
Yeah, rest in peace, Johnny.
Would you rather go bowling or steal a septic truck and spray loads of sewage on pedestrians? Would you rather go to the cabaret with a friend or inflict serious bodily
Bro,
injuries
if
to
I
a
had to
friend to earn a
choose
little
though for
insurance
real,
money?
Saints Row 2 was a
If I really, excuse me, if I had to choose though between either or, I would say GTA, of course. But Saints Row just gave a vibe. I can't describe it. It gave a vibe where it was like arcadey in a way. It didn't feel as serious as GTA. You feel what I'm saying? Like I felt like being a kid playing Saints Row. Like I feel like you could get away as a kid playing Saints Row over GTA. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. There's something about Saints Row. It just felt more like I say family friendly in a way. I don't know. If you get what I'm trying to say, you get what I'm saying. But I'll definitely still pick GTA over Saints Row though.
great game. I liked it a lot. The characters were fun, the music was amazing, the visuals were kinda ugly, there was a ton of insane Easter eggs, character customization. There was a lot that people loved about Saints Row 2. Even today, there's still people with channels dedicated to talking about it. They're all depressed, but they are still there. Unfortunately, Saints Row 2 is where, for a lot of people, the series ends. Which sounds bad because we're one game in and the series has already ended, because it is bad. At this point in time, however, things were looking great from players' perspectives. A lot of people thought Volition were poised to eventually become Rockstar's rival. They had the perfect opportunity, a huge segment of Rockstar fans that they could appeal to with their less serious game. An absolutely gorgeous situation. I think this moment was the highlight of Volition's entire career, but it's all downhill from here. Before I go into the absolutely everything Volition did wrong, first I should talk about money, because when it comes to money, there is no competing with Rockstar. The original Saints Row sold 2 million copies in roughly 2 years. Saints Row 2 then sold 3.4 million copies in a similar time span. Not bad, a decent improvement. GTA 4 came out 6 months earlier, so it had a slight advantage. It sold 17 million units, which is, yeah, I'll admit, it's slightly more. Yeah, it's clear the GTA 4 figures absolutely dwarf the Saints Row sales. But keep in mind, this is only Saints Row's second entry into the series. By this point, GTA was already thoroughly established. Everyone had heard of it.
What Saints Row 3
It was
did?
so established that their ads were literally just
But
GTA
that
4.
yeah, I was just thinking that. You know what I was thinking? The way how GTA advertised their game is the reason why they sold more. Cause being around these, like you will see GTA ads everywhere, taking the subway, just on YouTube, like GTA, you see advertisements. Saints Row, I I barely see advertisements for Saints Row. I barely see any type of publicity stunt. Like you see like billboards and shit. Like I barely see something like that for Saints Row. But GTA, I definitely remember seeing things like this around the city when GTA 4 was really lit. Bro, even with GTA 5, bro.
With no attempt to actually sell the game to you. They'll just buy it anyway. And they were completely right. They just took the piss. This guy wasn't even in the game. I've never seen this guy before in my life. So for GTA, you had GTA 1, GTA London, GTA 2, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA...
They need to make a GTA London remaster, bro. They have to do that, bro. Cause that would be dope.
And GTA 4 and GTA Chinatown.
A GTA in London, bro. Man. Remastered, I'm talking about like with graphics, like now, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna do some shit like that when I turn 40.
And
Mark
there's
my
these
words.
other ones I forgot. Whereas Saints Row just had Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2, and that's it. You see what I mean? They didn't have a huge amount of brand recognition or anything. And nobody's ever even played this
Word,
one.
like Saints Row, that's what I'm saying. Like Saints Row, they fly with that game. That game was supposed to.
It was Xbox exclusive. You can
Was
play it on
going
PC now,
crazy.
but that's not going to help their sales, is it?
You gotta be kidding me.
Does it look like I'm joking?
Additionally, Saints Row 2 on PC was not a good port, which probably has hurt sales quite a lot over the years when you've got people screaming, do not buy the PC version. It's never going to be fixed, since the very moment it released. As a result, fans have been begging for a decent PC port since the dawn of time, but we never got one.
All you had to do was ask. I did.
Cause they
Well, I
gave
guess
up
you
on that
did it.
game, bro.
Ain't
I
that a
don't know
bitch?
why.
Getting into the Deep Silver THQ
Like-
embrace.
Imagine Saints Row with like the GTA engines. Like you feel what I'm saying? That should be tough, my nigga.
Supply on Koch Media thing is very complicated, so for simplicity I'm just gonna say Volition. But it seems like anyone with any kind of power over Volition forced horrible ideas into their games. I don't mean any disrespect to Koch Media, but even their name was a terrible idea. So it becomes difficult to know how much Volition are really to blame. For some reason after Saints Row 2, Volition, or someone, grew tired of always being compared to GTA and wanted to set themselves apart. But really, I think being compared to another game isn't inherently a bad thing. You can't announce a single game now without it immediately being compared with other games. Kojima releases the weirdest, most unique game ever.
What was so wrong about that shit? I mean, game compared to GTA is not a bad thing. I mean, I feel like y'all was making it competition instead of trying to just in your own lane and enhance your game, bro. That's why y'all was your own boss, bro. I should have just kept going, bro.
Nothing ever like it. And people still just say, oh, so it's Metal Gear, but you're a postman. People always make comparisons like that. If your game is free roam with cars in it, it's GTA. That's just how it is. My point is, comparisons don't really mean anything. Nobody thinks GTA invented crime. But I still just don't know what they were thinking. Being compared to one of the most successful gaming series of all time? This is terrible. We gotta stop this.
They should get that shit a badge of honor. Like, hold on, we can't compare to GTA.
Already. They immediately kick things off with what might be the worst death of a beloved character I have ever seen in a game. For some reason, they decided to kill off the main, most favorite character off screen. They didn't even give him a good cutscene or anything. It's just
and at the beginning of the game,
you hear some gunshots and then that's it. The character's gone for the rest of the game. The story is your friend dies. You're not happy. Then, what feels like 5 minutes later, you get your revenge. So immediately the antagonist is gone along with the player's investment. You then get your friend's body back, but it happens off screen. You then have a funeral for your friend, but that happens off screen too. Then, as you're driving back from the funeral, the hearse gets attacked by some wrestler guy, and apparently interrupting the
yeah, I
guy's
remember
funeral is worse than
I
actually
remember.
killing the guy, because the wrestler is actually the main antagonist of the game. Then basically, some more stupid stuff happens, and then the game ends. With Saints Row 3, they abandoned
Nah,
the
I'm
entire
getting,
plotline
yo,
set
I'm about
up
to
in
download Saints Row
1
3
and 2. Troy
again.
just despawns from
Saints
the
Row
games,
3 is the
despite being
best Saints
chief
Row,
of
bro.
police, a very important figure, and Dex
Don't even get me started with Dex.
Dex should have been a huge antagonist, a rich, powerful guy who wants us dead. But after
Like,
he tries to
from the cars to the, yo, bro, the soundtrack, bro. Damn, bro.
kill us in Saints Row 2, I guess we just forgive him. So the
Nah, like the soundtrack, yo, nah, Saints Row 3 was really the best. Bro, like, I would really play Saints Row 3. Yo, bro, I used to play that shit every day on the 3. Oh my god, bro, I love that game.
storyline that everyone was invested in for one that was written by ChatGPT 10 years before ChatGPT was even a thing. And the game just leaned into the crazy, wacky aspect far more. While
I remember
completely
that mission.
neglecting the
You
more
keep driving
down-to-earth,
fast. You
serious
hitting the
side
curves, the
contrasting.
fucking tiger hit you.
That's what Saints Row 2 did really well, is it knew how and when to be serious. Some scenes in that game are genuinely so dark, like they will give your kids nightmares, I'm not kidding. Which then contrasts with you spraying sewage all over people's houses or earning respect on the streets by throwing old people off a cliff. Even better, Saints Row 3 sacrificed that groundedness for a more humorous atmosphere.
Pierce.
But the problem was they weren't actually that good at being funny. Most of the humor in Saints Row 2
And they
was
dead
just
remastered
sex
the
lol.
game too,
Like,
I
don't get me
forgot.
wrong, sex lol, but there should probably be more than that too, right? I think the only reason this one sold so well was because Saints Row 2 had such
Yo,
a
that
good
shit used to be my
reputation.
favorite thing to do. Like, when you do the fucking finishing move. Like, this what I'm saying. Like, Saints Row had its own little twists and shit, bro. Like, jumping into the car, windshields and all. Yeah, bro, man. Saints Row, y'all gotta get it back. I ain't gonna lie, man. Take some advice from GTA. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what GTA 6... I mean, shit, ain't no coming back, bro. You got GTA 6 coming out. I feel like GTA 6 gonna fucking blow every game off the fucking market.
But that might not be true at all, it's just how I feel. Another problem with this game that you're gonna see
Rockstar
come
know
up
what they
again
doing.
is that Volition can't do new characters. Angel has one line of dialogue in the entire game. Zemos is Sex Lol the character. Josh Burke, they made him hateable on purpose, which surprisingly makes you hate him. I can't even find a good picture of the guy, that's how little people care about him. Oleg I do like actually, never mind. If you haven't played the game for a while, you've probably forgotten all these characters because they're not memorable either. There was probably more characters that I haven't mentioned, but I forgot them. Shaundi, rather than just have her be the same or kill her in a cutscene or something, they made her look completely different, act completely different, and they changed her voice actor. She's just a different character at this point. You say, wow, a lot of stuff must have happened off screen. Why not just do it on screen? They call that character development. They could have had Gat actually grow up a bit. I love Gat, but he is kind of one-dimensional. He's just a murdering machine.
You see Gad out there?
Oh, he's fine. He's still out there killing cops.
Figures.
What is it?
It's done. Time to pull out of there.
You sure? Get the off of me! I mean, I'm not running out of ammo anytime soon.
I'm sure. See you back home.
Later.
This will be a theme for the rest of their games. Personally, anything after Saints Row 2 I just see as not canon. With that said, it sold incredibly well, and it ended up being kind of fun regardless. It had a lot of personality, so I can see why people liked it, especially if it was your first Saints Row game, which for a lot of people it was. So they landed on another successful formula.
I would say Saints Row 3 was dead like my first Saints Row game that I actually took serious. My first Saints Row game was Saints Row 2. I don't remember much of Saints Row 2. I remember playing it on the PS3. Yeah, I was on the PS3 playing that shit. And it was cool, but I never really geared into Saints Row 2. And plus, I was like a little younger when that shit was out. I think I was probably like 13. 13, if I'm not mistaken. I know I was a little younger though, but yeah, probably a little younger. I don't know. I can't remember. But nah, Saints Row 2 was calm. I remember a little bit, but Saints Row 3, I remember vividly. Like, I remember going to the store when it came out. Never forget, Mom bought it for me. Wanted that? Yo, bro. And I'll never, you know what else I ain't forget either? I'll never forget when I went and got the game. The bitch ass nigga in GameStop was trying to convince my mom not to buy me the game because I was too young. Like, you was a bitch ass nigga, you so. I'll never forget that shit, bro. He still bought it for me, nigga, because my mom ain't no guy's mom.
Yeah, a lot of Saints Row 2 fans would have been put off, but the game was undeniably successful.
This
People would
bitch
have
ass,
played
that shit
more
got me
of a
tight.
game like that. So now they know what people enjoy. They just have to make more of it. At this point in time, there were two kinds of Saints Row fans. OG fans who started with 1 and 2, and another group of fans who started with 3. Both of these groups had different expectations as to what a Saints Row game was. With Saints Row 4, Volition managed to expertly disappoint both of them. It was honestly very impressive. I think the highest praise
Re-elected.
Saints Row
That's the
4
one
ever
with the
got
president.
was, well, it's not Saints
This
Row,
one was
but it's
cool,
kind of
though.
fun anyway. This time, the game
was
about being
cool.
gangsters on the corner is now a game about being the president of the United States with superpowers.
With
fighting
superpowers,
aliens
yeah,
inside
it
of a
was-
simulation. I think they were like,
It was
okay,
cool.
what is the furthest possible thing we can give them from
It
what
was
they
cool, but I feel like they lost the plot. Like, they kind of lost the plot. And then it gets to a point in Re-elected where it gets boring, bro. It gets real boring. Wait, is this the one you stuck in the 1950s too? It was one mission like you stuck in the 50s.
actually want. And this is what they came up with.
Saints Row 4 devs not concerned by proximity to GTA 5.
Maybe they should have been. Now, let's talk about the budget for this game. The budget for this game was whatever coins they could find down the back of the company couch. It felt like they had no budget whatsoever. Quick, reuse that in-game footage 6 times with reskinned characters. Some of the missions are pretty cool. It's just that the game is so blatant about what is filler. Every so often you reach a mission and you're just like, oh god, finally some budget.
Zinniac's pulling out all the old gangs from our past!
Wow, Zinniac must be saving tons of money on assets. Customization and superpowers are fun, but half the missions they take away your powers, and the other half they take away your outfit. But just play the story, and it's okay. If you're
Yeah,
starting
like
to
it
go
was
that way.
cool.
There's not much
I
to
ain't
say
gonna lie, I had a fair amount of fun on this one. It was mid.
about it. It's a DLC they made into a full game. The next game is the most interesting, so let's move on. The year is 2022. It's been almost a decade since the last Grand Theft Auto game. People are hungry, begging for a new GTA-like experience. And so again for Saints Row, the stars have aligned and a huge gap in the market has opened up. A second chance, the perfect opportunity. So finally, after a decade of begging from fans, they decided to go back to the series' roots. They rebooted like nobody has ever rebooted before. Saints Row 2022.
This
You've got a good
one,
product
yeah,
coming
this
up
the
when
one I'm
everyone in
talking
the comment section is just begging you not to release it. Keep it. But then, when it actually came out,
Man, we've come a long way. Downhill.
everyone hated it. So the game did poorly, people were not happy, made even worse by whoever the Volition PR guy was. That fella just wanted the company to burn, starting fights with people on Twitter and then losing those fights. It was great, it was beautiful. Actually, it turns out it was Deep Silver's employee, not Volition's. There's a lot of rumors that behind the scenes, Deep Silver were actually to blame for a huge amount of stuff.
I never
was
actually
there,
played this
I don't
one,
know
though.
what's true.
So I
can
don't
only
know,
say
I
what
can't
my
really
gamer
judge it,
eyes and gamer ears
but
have actually seen. And
it
that is a
didn't-
complete mess. The thing is, and this
ain't
is my
really
personal
grab my
opinion that I'm sure a lot
eye.
of people would disagree with, but I think the gameplay itself was fine. Not amazing, but fine. The combat starts off a bit boring, but gets more interesting the more you play. And the world
You know,
itself
I'm gonna give
was
this game.
actually
I'm gonna
quite
give it a
cool. I
try
thought
though.
the soundtrack was pretty good too. I've heard other people give the exact opposite opinion on the soundtrack, but I liked it. I liked some of it. However, what everyone can agree on is that the thing that really ruined this game was the characters and the dialogue. They were insufferable. They were genuinely hard to tolerate being in their presence.
Okay, who's ready for some crime?
And you know how we should celebrate afterwards.
Karaoke! Yes!
It's what ruined a lot of the missions for me, because you don't care about the story, you don't care about the characters, so that extra layer of meaning just isn't there. It sounds like I'm being harsh, it sounds like I'm being
Yeah, I'm gonna
unfair,
definitely give
but
this one a
it's funny
try.
that every single person who played the game more or less comes to the same conclusion. Liking waffles and having muscles is not a personality. Wearing a bow tie is not a personality. Liking
I'm
to
a
drive
Saints
is
Row
not a
guy,
personality.
ain't gonna
It
lie.
actually blows my mind that
Like,
they were
even though I fucks with GTA, I'm a Saints Row. Not gonna lie. Fucks with Saints Row. Saints Row cool, bro. Saints Row play a big part of my childhood, bro.
unable to create
Not
a
gonna
single
lie.
character that people liked. In Dark Souls, the characters have like 3 lines of dialogue in the entire game, but you fall in love with them anyway. Half of Siegmeyer's dialogue is just, that's all it takes. We still love the guy. Also, the Disney sidekick Cat, not a fan.
I ain't walking away.
Fair enough. Johnny?
I ain't walking away until I deal with Tanya.
My nigga. Johnny, put the damn gun down.
I don't
The
know what
graphics
this
is
is,
so
but it's
ass.
not a gang. These people have no business making a gang. Their whole thing is that they just want to pay their student loans. I'm not kidding.
I don't have to love it. I have to pay my student loans.
Amen.
Nigga look
If
like
you
The
look at
Rock.
the trailers for this game, it's funny that everyone in the comments is looking at the enemy gangs and saying, can I join that gang? They look way cooler. They wanted characters to be relatable, but you can have characters be relatable without having them completely mirror your audience. Nico Bellic wasn't relatable because, oh, loads of us fought in Yugoslavian wars. He was relatable because he was human. He had actual emotional complexity. It was interesting hearing him talk about anything. Saints Row 1 and 2 didn't have
That's the
amazing
thing,
story.
and that leads back to my point where I was just saying, like, Saints Row is more arcadey, like the relatable part you're not gonna feel, but I feel like with GTA it feels more realistic. It feels like real life because the characters actually have a lot of emotion. They like they said, the dialogue and everything. It's the mechanics of the game. But like I said, Saints Row's so cool, bro. I ain't gonna bash Saints Row. I ain't gonna bash him.
Exciting gameplay. It was the characters that really carried those games. And they weren't afraid to kill characters either. It was fun. They're not complex Arthur Morgans running around. A lot of the characters don't even have last names. But it was enough. I think this game shows what happens when you take that away. You're not left with much. The best part of this game was definitely the empire building side of things. Your annoying friends aren't around, and it gives you a lot of interesting gadgets to mess around with. I would leave my game on overnight and then come back to millions of dollars in the morning. But yeah, it doesn't sound great when my favorite aspect of the game is the one where you stop playing the game for hours on end. I think if you bought the game and only played the Ventures mode, you'd think it's not too bad. That said, the Ventures do have that iconic Saints Row mishandled budget thing going on. My favorite example of this is the heist missions. Heists? That sounds cool. A bit like GTA 5? No, you have to wait in the car. I'm not kidding, you have to wait in the car. The reason I say mishandled budget is because this game actually had the same budget as GTA 4. They even had similar development times. And yet GTA 4 managed to accomplish so much more with that budget. GTA 4 had so many cutscenes, so many missions, so many interiors, so much dialogue, amazing music, 100,000 voice actors, those ridiculously good physics that had no business being on a 2006 console. What does this game have to show for all that budget? Sorry if I'm starting to sound a little bit annoyed, because I am actually kind of annoyed. This game was almost a dream come true for me. After 10 years of waiting, a large budget Saints Row game claiming to be going back to the series' roots. Volition for some reason always wanted to reinvent the wheel with each iteration of their games. Reinventing a series can be fine, but at least let it get stale first, and at least keep the things that people liked about the series in the first place. A great example of this is Red Faction, another series made by Volition. The first 2 games in that series were
You know it's great. I
first-person
heard about
shooters,
this game.
but people liked them because you could destroy a lot of the environment and create tunnels and stuff. It was very cool. With this in mind, for the 3rd game, they randomly decided to make it 3rd person, an open world game where only the buildings are destructible. But actually it worked really well. It's a very fun game. A lot of people liked it. I liked it. So, when it came time for the 4th game, they decided to change everything again. They took away the open world that people loved and
Yo, I
forced
miss
people
when,
back
like,
into the caves to
Like you see like games like this, like I miss when you could try new games and shit. Like there's no new game worth trying nowadays. All the same games. It's just boring, bro. Like I remember them days, like Xbox 360 days. You could download a whole bunch of indie games and just try and have fun, bro. It's not the same. Damn, gaming is not the same, bro. Simple gaming is not the same. It's either that or a nigga just got older, and I barely play my game now.
Horrible story. Surprisingly, it didn't
But
go
all
very
in
well,
all,
and
bro,
it
I
successfully
miss
killed
when
off
this
the
shit used to
series.
be
Even when they
fun.
claimed to be returning to their roots, they first had to reinvent the roots that they were returning to. Oh, and on top of all of this, they did that thing where they released the game 6 months too early, and it's so buggy you can barely play it. That classic gimmick. Bang. Oh, look at that move! Is that judo, karate? What is that? In the end, their legacy was that of a company that invented the wheel, but then reinvented that wheel into a cube time and time again. When Volition finally announced that they were being shut down, most of the comments were still just, okay, but where's the Saints Row 2 fix? The relationship between Volition and their fans at this point hadn't been good for a very long time. Even I initially, I was like, wait, but after I thought about it a bit more, I was like, oh wait, this isn't good. So if you fell asleep and just woke up, let me give you an unbiased summary. Volition hated their fans and actually wanted us to die. Initially, they tried killing us with Drought of a good Saints Row game, but we survived for over 10 years. And after seeing we were still here, they made one big last-ditch effort to kill us with Cringe. And some of us didn't make it, but I'm still here, so I had to tell the tale. I think from this point on, if anyone ever asks me what I think of Saints Row, I'm just gonna pretend I've never heard of it. I actually have other videos on my channel too.
Bro,
I've
we
reviewed
not
all the GTA
we not doing the Saints Row slander. I'm not jacking it, bro. We not doing the Saints Row slander. Shouts out to my niggas who made Saints Row. We need another banger. We need y'all niggas to get in y'all bag. After GTA 6 drop, take some notes, cause y'all see how GTA coming. RP and yeah, we need shit like that in Saints Row. Y'all gotta take some notes. Stop being lazy. Actually invest into y'all projects. And go crazy. Stop trying to just give niggas microwave games, bro. We don't want the bullshit, same old copy and paste games, bro. Add some, make it spicy, get lit. Simple. Shouts out to Saints Row, bro. Shouts out to GTA. Man, I'm about to go download Saints Row again. That, bro. Yeah, man. I just wanted to make this quick little 1-2 vid. I don't know why I was thinking about Saints Row. I seen the vid. I'm like, shit, make a little reaction video about that shit. Look at it. Yeah. I'm gonna holla at y'all niggas. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let me know what y'all fuck with more. GT, Saints Row. Answer. I just want to know y'all answer. Safety.